welcome to the Sports Talk Arena. Welcome to yet another edition. It's a fresh week, it's a Monday, and of course, on the Sports Talk Arena, we get to give you the best of local stories, whatever is happening in different sporting disciplines. Talk about basketball, football, netball, athletics, whatever makes news in the local scene here. We get to bring you whatever it happens and break it down for you. My name is Timothy, and I'm not alone. In studio, I'm joined by Jeremiah. Jeremiah.
Yes, my brother.
How are you doing?
I'm doing good.
Yeah, lot of sporting stories have been happening. Lots of news have been, running in the corridor news in there.
Yes.
Things like the athletic, the track and the high altitude camp that has been promised. We're having hope that by December it will be ready for use. We have things like the FUFA and the financial assistance that are going to be pushing to the under 17 girls in there as they gear up for the qualification in there. What has made what has caught your attention sporting wise?
What has caught my attention sporting wise? But anyway, first of all, everybody who is tuned in, you're welcome to the show, and stay tuned so that you can get all the best of sporting action that has been happening and that is live and happening right now. Kicking it off, let me talk about the FUFA stunt whereby they have given the money to the under 17 girls, and the different transfers that have been taking place, not leaving behind Chizito Luaga he's scoring.
He's a good run of games. His scoring form continues for his club, Hapoel Kfar Saba, in the Israeli league.
Yeah, beating up Hapoel Tel Aviv there. But all in all, before we reach there, we are starting up with the main topic, which is going to be the.
Of course, we'll have to kick it home before we get to link it to our foreign exports that are shining on the. Internationally, but of course, kicking it over with the athletic stories there. News reaching in is that the athletics high altitude camp, the Kapchora high altitude camp, could be ready for use in the by December. In an interview, one of the local radio stations, the commissioner Aita, who came out to say that by December the track and field could be ready. Jeremiah, what could have taken us this long? Because the people who won the medals for the country, prompting the construction of this high altitude camp, won us these medals 10 years back, if I can say. Because you talk about Kip Zero, about 2010, and then you talk about the 2012 Olympics when Kiprotich came in there and won us that gold medal in there. So you look at this like a decade and a long time. What is taking us long for this high altitude camp to be completed?
In Uganda we have different situations that take place every after a given time, and you find in there money is given unto the athletics committee, but you can never know how it is spent. But NCS as an organization that runs all the sporting activity in the country gives out this different budget every year because they also depend on the money that is given to them by the government from the budget. Now you come to an extent whereby you see money is given out and you see nothing is happening. For example, let's talk about that ground, that Johnny Akibwa ground that was constructed next to Peche. There is a small facility that was put up for those who are going to be for the different athletes that are running, and you see things have slowed down in a way that nobody has gotten to know how. But talking about the facility talking about the high facility,
the Kapchora high altitude camp.
Yeah, that camp. Reports from there, I've heard that it's going to be completed in 2 months, but hearing from different sources, they are saying that the material of all the things hasn't yet reached, and the circumstances that we are in this corona period. You find things that are getting harder and harder, and you get to wonder, will that get done in the 2 months they have said that it's going to be done? and from the other sources I
Yeah.
get to hear it will be
Jeremiah.
done by December. And
Jeremiah. Yeah, actually, the materials we talked about, they're talking about the synthetic grass that is to be imported from China, and then they're talking about the synthetic truck materials that are to be imported from Germany. They have already placed the order, and so they are waiting for them to be imported in. Of course, the cargo planes keep shipping in cargo into the country, so
Yeah.
no doubt they will, if the order has been placed and they have cleared everything. Sooner we expect the cargo and the materials to be in here so that they can finalize on the construction. But Jeremiah,
Yes.
what has taken government so that long to construct a stadium? You look at the Buinga Stadium as per now. What is happening is that it is only the fence, the perimeter fence, the permanent wall that has been erected around the stadium. We expected by this time of the maybe at least 50% or 60% of the work would have been finished because it was commissioned some years back in there. What is taking government long to work on these facilities? They promised us about 10 years back, close to 10 years, that we are going to be having regional stadia. But up to now, we have nothing to do. And yet, individual work has proved to be paying off. For example, Dr. Lawrence Mulinda, in a short time, he has been able to erect the St. Mary's Stadium here, visible.
Yeah.
What is happening? Why is it taking government that long to do something for the state?
I believe the funds get to reach the different federations, but the way those funds are distributed we can also say that maybe it's in the right channels, but the funds to get to those places where they are going to build those stadiums and those different departments, it's where it gets hard, and you start to figure out where does this leakage come from, where you see the money disappearing when it reaches that stages. Because when you talk to the different government organizations, they tell you we have released that money. After the moment they bring out that budget, they will tell you we have released that money, and you don't see that money anywhere.
Jeremiah,
Yeah.
because if the funds have been released by the government,
Yes.
why should it take 10 years so a stadium, a 30,000 seater stadium, a small stadium as a 30,000 seater stadium to be erected, or even a 20,000 seater stadium or a 15,000 seater stadium? Why would it take 10 years for anything even to be actually anything visible to be seen on the ground? You take 10 years.
Corruption. Corruption, because there is no way you can explain all that, because if a government says we release that money and NCS confirms that they did release that money to build all those facilities and it hasn't reached the ground yet, then which other way would you have to explain that? Corruption in between. I think that leakage between the
sporting sector, the sports ministry and the government.
The sporting ministry, not necessarily, because by the time money leaves the government, it has gone through the sports ministry, and after reaching NCS, and NCS also confirms, then it must be in between the people who have to construct the place and the federation.
Because you look at this in a way that you see lots of money being allocated to sectors like Unira. We see road construction going on now.
Yeah.
Construction of roads is way more expensive compared to erecting a sports facility like a stadium in there, because I can give you an example of the express highway.
Yes.
It's very expensive, very costly there, and you look at a list of other roads that are being constructed in the country in there, taking a lot of money. Then at the end of the day, you see a shady work being done in there. What do you have to say about this? Because the other thing that we could have looked at is renovating our regional stadia. A stadia like the one in Gulu Peche Stadium. We could look at the Mbale Municipal Stadium that has a capacity of at least about 10,000.
Yeah.
Yes, a big stadium in there, but it's not in a good state. And the toilets are bad. But the playing ground needs maintenance in there.
Yeah, it needs the maintenance in there, but it's better than having nothing, because having a facility built there and having nothing built somewhere after the given different years.
But look at the regime that ushered in the stadium is different from the one that has failed to maintain the stadium.
Yeah, I would say we also have that challenge whereby there is work that is left pending by a different regime, and another comes through and they are looking at something, and they have also come in with their own targets, and nothing is happening. So you wouldn't blame it necessarily on the incoming regime.
As we are bringing this story to an end, would you say that the government is not fully committed to sport? Because if they had the full commitment in sports, we would have had government in full strength of regional stadia. We would be having full support of, leave alone the support that they come in and appreciate the national team, appreciate the athletes when they win in there. They will be with these players, with these different athletes in here, from the word go through like putting a facilitation, the facilities on the ground in there, and ensuring that a lot of investment is put in sport, not just by the sponsors, but rather by the government itself. Investing in sports, that will later reap. Would you say the reap, lots of fruits, yield lots of fruits for the country? Would you say that there is the government has still undermined sport, has not seen sport as one of those angles of making money, one of those fruitful angles?
Timothy, let me put it this way: of late, the government has been trying to support the sports sector. After putting out some big amount of money to the NCS to be divided, although at times I think it is one-sided and it's too much on the football side, whereby I see most of the times football has been getting the highest amount of money. But talking about the other sporting disciplines, for example, like the athletics and boxing, you see.
They are underfunded, but and yet there's a lot of promise besides football.
Yeah.
Actually, not forgetting the netball, where we have had global appearance at the World Cup twice, and every time we have gone there, we have had improved performance at the World Cup in there. But there is nothing like a regional, representation of these teams at the top tier level club competitions.
It's very hard for a viewer to be knowing even two clubs of a netball.
So what do we have to do to take this to spread this to the country?
Marketing. Our marketing is lacking a bit. The way different people present the sport. For example, we have seen Mohanji, the president of a boxing federation, trying to promote the boxing sport through the shadow boxing and the other ELSA activities that is trying to put out there. But we have had different challenges also in the money that is put up. Everything in a federation is run by money.
Yeah.
And if you don't have the money, nothing will happen. I assure you that.
Okay, thank you very much. We can only hope that the promise and what we are hoping for turns out to be not disappointing, turns out to be fruitful, that this high altitude cup gets to be finished by December, because we have lots of promising athletes in there. Where I can give you an example of Cheptegei and other athletes. These guys are having to put in their own effort, personal effort, facilitate yourself, maybe go to Kenya in the high altitude cup in Kenya and train in a foreign land. And then at the end of the day, when they win medals, the state and the people are running and saying, well done, forgetting how, what these people went through before reaching this state. But of course, putting that aside, Jeremiah, last week FUFA came out and extended financial assistance to the 35 players that are to be summoned to the under-17 girls that are slated for the World Cup doubleheader qualifier against Cameroon Oh, have they come in at the right time to push in this assistance?
Yeah, indeed, it's the right time. I believe it's the right time because we have been in a very tight situation of the COVID-19, and this time round, if a young girl like that of under 17 can get 370,000, I believe it's not bad for a start. But I understand this money was promised to them before, and it has just been delivered at the moment. And the moment they have delivered it,
actually, because Jeremiah, they say that this money is to facilitate the girls, to help them in their preparations, personal training, and what as they wait for the clearance of sport to resume in the country.
Yes.
And of course, as they gear up for the double header against Cameroon, they have a big task lying ahead of them in Cameroon. But of course, if they're able to go through the Cameroon hurdle, then Uganda will be smiling all the way to the Under-17 World Cup.
Yeah, truly we shall be smiling. After that display we showed during the Tanzanian game, whereby we went into Tanzania and we were outshone by that lady Masaka.
Yeah.
But came here and just did wonders down there in Lugogo. But talking about how that money will help, it will surely help, and let's just hope for the best in terms of the different things a footballer can need. For example, when you look into it here in Uganda, the different thing that we need most, that is different from the other countries, because the other countries are ever facilitated and their challenges are ever different from the African soil or Ugandan soil. Here, as a footballer, the most problem is at the moment, COVID-19. We have problems of transport, we have problems of drinks and the way we eat as footballers, and I think that money can help those girls down there.
Of course, yes, of course, and switching matters concerning the men's side, and to be specific concerning the Chan team, the national head team coach, Johnny McKinstry, came out to say that Cranes are surely going to miss their forward, the former Vipers forward, former Pro Line and Buildcon forward, Fahad Bayo, who crossed and switched clubs to Ashdod in Israel in there. Is it too early to say, we are overrating that Bayo, the Chan team is going to miss Bayo? Do you agree with McKinstry? Because he said this while appearing on one of the local TV, that is Urban TV, in an interview. Do you agree that the Cranes Chan team is going to miss Bayo?
Yeah, the Cranes Chan team is going to miss Bayo because it has been a long time since we had a striker like Bayo, since Geoffrey Serunkuma. Yeah, Geoffrey Serunkuma, since he was down here at home. That striker with energy, that striker who can go into the air who is strong in the air and who is very fast. That's a very big challenge, and I do believe, but I heard there is going to be a change in mind of McKinstry, whereby he's going to bring down the Steven Mukwala.
Actually, when you talk about him, aren't you underestimating the league's top scorer? Because if someone has topped up the scoring charts in a league with 16 goals, and then you have a player who came second to him, being rated over him, aren't you underestimating Steven Mukwala?
No, you're not underestimating him, because you know Steven Mukwala's best challenge, most challenger is height, and at times you bring in those balls and you need someone to head them into the net, and there is nobody, because Fahad Bayo can do both of what Steven Mukwala is doing.
The environment that Steven Mukwala was operating in the team with Maroons, less pedigree compared to the team that and the environment that Fahad Bayo operated in. You're having players like this Kayondo, the roving left back, and say you're having the compact midfield in there, the Abdul Karim Watambalas, you're having creativity and you're having a pedigree in there surrounding in you. They create you better chances compared to Team Maroons, but at the end of the season, you're looking at a player in Maroons within a smaller playing environment, less pedigree, topping up the top scorers charts.
By the way, if you're talking about the chances that were created down there in Vipers last season, I don't think there were many, but it looked like Fahad Bayo had to change roles each and every second. They were in a game with Muzaida and Serunkuma, but still you would see the ability that Fahad Bayo had, because his main tactic was his main point of strength is running against those defenders, most especially those backline defenders who are playing the high line game. We know, and most of those clubs have adapted to that system after they have seen KCC do that with the likes of the Revitas. But talking about Fahad Bayo is far way better. Okay, in my own opinion, Fahad Bayo is far way better than Stephen Mukwala. If you see the runs and the strength he uses in a game, Stephen Mukwala, I'll talk about his pace, I'll talk about his scoring touch, just like he did from the previous clubs where he was. If you look through his CV where he came from the Edgars down there, you would see the same things he does, and even in the Masaza Cup. And I believe those are the same qualities that Vipers looked into before they had signed him. But as time went on and they looked at Fahad Bayo doing that, and the only change that Fahad Bayo could do was get strong into the air down there, and he could score goals in the different angles, which Mukwala used to do. Mukwala is more of that striker who would wait for you down in the middle of the park, and things can happen anytime. He's just ever there. Yeah.
Of course, that is it. That from Fahad Bayo surely is a good forward, is a promising forward in there. We hope that he keeps on rising and gets better. He has appeared the national colors and he has not disappointed. He has scored in there. Let's get to hit the break. When we get back, much more. Welcome back from the short break in there. You're still following the Sports Talk Arena, reminding that we are on every Monday, every Wednesday, and every Friday in there. That's 3 times in a week. We get to bring you the best of local sports. Jeremiah, as we wait for the break, another story that made news over the week, that is our Ugandans on the international scene playing professional football. Talking players like Luaka Kizito, who had a good run in the previous season, and his run has continued this season. He was able to score in his club's win against Hapoel Tel Aviv in the Israeli league. Unlike our opponents, our counterparts rather, his teammates, Timothy Awani, they played full 90 minutes and Bayo was introduced for the last 10 minutes, but they were on the losing streak as they kickstarted their season in there.
Yeah. What I would talk about the former Vipers forward Chizito Luwaga. We all like his different trickery down the wings. I hope we all agree on that.
Yeah, of course, with no doubt, he's good. He has got that pace. He has got that creativity in there. No doubt, is a good addition to the national team.
Yeah, he surely is, and it was a joy to get to hear, because I surely never watched the match, but it's a joy to get to hear that he was on the score sheet, because his goals don't usually come in and out. But rating him from his previous games, he has been playing around Europe, because he has been to countries like Portugal.
Yeah, he has been, I think, to Romania.
Yeah, to
then
Romania.
Kazakhstan.
Then he he was in this team of
Shakhtar Karagand in Kazakhstan.
this team where Alexander Heleb is Partizan Belgrade.
I'm not so sure about that, but what I'm sure of, he has been to Portugal, where he played for teams like Covia, and then he played for
Rio
teams
Ave,
like,
I think, too.
Rio Ave.
Yeah.
He had a good run at Covia. In there, he was among the top scorers in the second division. They got promoted in there. He crossed over to Estoril. To Rio Ave, where he struggled a lot. He switched clubs and moved to Romania, rejuvenated, and went to Shakhtar Karagand in there. So he is well traveled across Europe. He's one of those players that has been able to maintain playing time in Europe in there. So I think
we can see that he moves around a lot, and things haven't been that good. Been that good on his side, but if he comes up and scores on such a day, I know it's too early to judge his team, because it's just the start of a new season, and greater things may come through, greater things may not come through, but all I wish is the best for him, and I hope he maintains his scoring run.
Of course, Jeremiah, talking transfers, Police is one of the clubs that is the most busy clubs in the league so far, because they have signed quite a large number of players. Players like Mohamed, players Demaweje Duo, Tony and Mwanda Maweje.
Yes.
We have the man from Vipers signing there, who has just joined there. Zaga has joined the ship.
Yeah.
So quite a large number of players have been acquired by Police.
Yeah.
When they survived the relegation drop last season in there, they have started a recruitment process early in, and you really surely see that Abdallah Mubiru has something that he's building in there. What does the signing of Seninde mean to Club Police?
It's a very, very huge signing, but let's not forget it started down with signing a new CEO, and that's where everything got to a turn, and you could see Police are trying to strengthen their side, but of late their biggest problem has been Abdallah Mubiru, who has not been stable at the club, but where he believes he has complete trust in his assistants. If you know Council down there at Police, you can know how much he trusts him, because at times he's on the national team side, and every time he's traveling up and down there, and you get a thought, is he the right coach of Police? On the field you can say yes, off the field I don't know, but talking about the signings they have brought in, Duncan Seninde is a good addition. If you've seen him last season down there at Wakiso Giants.
Yeah, of course, having been at Vipers and then going to Wakiso Giants, so he's now a Police player for 2 years with an option of a contract extension upon good performance.
Yeah, his performance has been frightening at some point, where you could see things are not happening for him, and most of the time he's on the bench. And as you know, Ugandan football, most of the clubs that we have in Ugandan football is not played on the basis of fitness, and at times I would think that would favor him, because he's a very talented player, but fitness wise he should surely improve his fitness wise, because I believe he's one player who can do wonders down there at Police, though I believe he's got lots of competition down there with the likes of that young man from Aspire, who was there last season and scored 1 goal, Musa Matovu, with the likes of Ruben Chimera, because at times we all don't know where he surely plays. At times at Vipers he was played as a 10, sometimes he's a left back, and sometimes he's a left wing, and at times he comes in through the midfield. Through what we have seen from him, we can believe he's a versatile player, but he should try more, and so that he can get into that police team. But away away from Dakan Seninde as an individual, we can see a very promising young player who played a match that I've never seen him play again, by the names of Tumwesije Frank, who most of us know as Zaga. A young man there who played that game against Rwanda and surprised Johnny McKinstry. He was asking him from the reports I had from that side, Johnny McKinstry asked Frank Zaga, is this your first match? Because undoubtedly he played a very, very good match, and during that time he was only 17 years old. That's why most of us call him promising. He was truly promising, and from that time on, we have not seen that Zaga come up.
Of course, you look at the crop of players that have been under his age bracket. They have all gone out. Some of them have gone out to China. They have ended up coming back in the country.
Yeah.
An example of Shaban, but you look at
Zaga.
Zaga.
Shaban was also in that under 17 team.
You look at Zaga that he's one of those players that we had the country was looking at. The country was focusing to be the next big thing in Ugandan football.
Truly, yes, and he has that playing style of the Saddam Jumas. But if you look to him at the moment, things haven't been happening for him at Vipers. And last season, I think he was given around 3 to 5 games, and with that one goal that we thought all that had boosted his confidence. But unfortunately, Edward Golola, who had started playing him, he left the club, and we saw a Kajoba coming through there, and he wasn't given any time there. But
has it delayed to make his call to leave Vipers?
Yeah, he has truly delayed that, but maybe he wanted a few more trophies down there, but. On his career and the way it would be developed, it was truly showing that he should have left Vipers long time ago, and I think this was the right call for him.
Of course, we hope that there's still room for him to develop his career, and he can rejuvenate himself to the Zaga that we're yearning to see in the future, that we're hoping for in the next 3 years to come. Maybe we hope that he gets to rediscover himself. Let's talk UPDF because they are not sleeping, having gotten promoted to the Uganda Premier League. They are busy in the transfer market. They signed players like Ibrahim Wamana, players like they extended I think Ayub Kisalita came in there.
Yes.
They have quite a couple of experienced fields. Douglas Kisembo, they extended their contracts in there, and now they are quoting Issa Mubiru, a former Toro United. He featured for Toro United last season. Yes. What's happening in UPDF?
What's happening in UPDF? It's a whole new rebuild that is being put up there with the likes of the Yubu Chisalitas, who is formerly by the Wakiso Giants.
Actually, not Chelsea, but rather Ronnie Chiseka. They have players like Gaddafi Gardino that have come in, goalkeeper Tony Chamera. They have players like John Semazi and James Begisa. Then Ibrahim Wamana, and then of course lately they have Jesse Kajuba in their camp. And now they are quoting Issa Mubiru.
It's a new rebuild, as I've said, but from the UPDF that we saw a season, is it 2 seasons back, whereby they were beaten by Express and got
relegated into the big league.
Yeah, into the big league. It's a new rebuild, and we have seen a UPDF side that has been fighting to get up to the Star Times Premier League down there after the different wrangles they have had in their comeback due to the COVID situation. But with the signings they have made, if you see Ronnie Chiseka in there and you look at Gaddafi Gardino, as you've said,
a former Ondu Paraka,
a former Ondu Paraka player and a Chitende best player, you see lots of promise down there. Only thing I can hope for is the best, but I don't see them going any further. the most they can do in the upcoming season is to fight not to get relegated. If they fight that, then they would have gotten more stability that will keep them up there in the UPL.
And of course, their team they're another team that got relegated with them, that rather promoted with them into the top tier football, Maida.
Yes.
Or Mida, you would want to call it. They are not sleeping in the transfer market. Now they are courting an experienced player, a former Villa player, in the ranks of Steven Bogere, but rather Yubu Bogere.
Yeah. Only thing I can say about Yubu Bogere, he has been that tall goal scoring striker, but who doesn't often find the net in the different matches. About a season ago, he was at the Maroons before he left for the Middle East, where he has been. Now on coming back, different clubs have been in for him, and Villa in particular, I also heard there were reports that they wanted him to come back to the side, but as you know, we all know the different Villa problems that are up there at Zambia, and if Maida are in for Yubu Bogere and they believe they can give him what he wants, what he wants, let them bring him in and facilitate him. Let them get creative players around him, and I believe he will put in the goals for them. Right there.
And of course, Chetume, having gotten promoted into the league, they survived the relegation. They were able to stay alive in the league.
Yes.
Now having gotten Livingstone Mbabas as their head coach, they are making surprising moves. That they are going to teams like Bright Stars, are bullying teams, asking for players to come and join their camp. Now the latest is that they have got a left back in Matov from Bull, all the way in Ginger, the Ginger-based team. They have gotten and added him into their ranks in there. What's happening with in Chetume?
In Chetume, last season as it ended, we could see Chetume trying to struggle administratively, and it was the likes of Jackson Mayanja, whereby we didn't know if he was the coach because he had a coaching role down there in Kenya, and he also in Tanzania, and he also had a coaching role at Chetume. At the same time, we were told he was the technical director, and it was all confusing. But this season, everything looks clear, and they are trying to fight to get in different players after getting that coach Livingstone Mbabas in there, where we see different things change. And what I heard in the market, they were looking for a defensive midfielder, and it was Nicolas Kasozi they were trying to talk to. But talking about Richard Matovu, he's that homegrown boy from Chetume, and time has gone by whereby he was sent to Bull, and he has been an instrumental player for Bull down there at the left back. And if he's back at the club, he knows everything, and he surely will bring out that outstanding performance. And I hope he has a good season down there.
Of course, I look at Bull themselves that they've been quite busy. They brought players like they were able to extend players of contracts of players like Semuju was very instrumental to them.
When
he came in there.
Yes.
And then of course they have also got the arrival of their left back Agre Madoi in there. So you get to see that maybe Richard Matov could have stand no chance on the starting lineup against Agremadoi in there. But of course, talking still a transfer concerning coaches as we are winding up. Steven Bogere, having got sent UPDF into the Uganda Premier League. The contract was not renewed. UPDF goes on to acquire Kefa Kisala.
Yes.
Now the latest is that he's being linked to Chigezi Homeboys.
Yeah, Chigezi Homeboys is that one club we all know that is from Kabale, and they have been doing things quite right, although they have not found it favorable for them to get into the big league. But if they acquire services of such a huge coach and the experience he got, I believe he can get them into the FUFA big league from that regional side. They're in the
actually they're in a big league.
They have come this season.
Yeah, they could be looking for looking for help to him to handle them in the big league.
Oh, if they are looking forward to handle them in the big league, then that is very good because we could see them in the Uganda Cup last season in that regional side where they were, and things were trying to click, although they didn't have the experience of the different sides the likes of the Katwes had. But if they have come up there and they have gotten Stephen Bogere as their man, I believe he will add experience
it's still rumored they are still just being linked to him. Nothing has yet been confirmed.
Yeah, but if he gets onto them, Stephen Bogere, I believe he has the experience to add to them as a team and to get them some new players in there. And let's wait and see. If they get their man, quite good. If they don't, then I don't know what will be up for them in the big league, because it's also a very hard league to live and get into the UPL.
Yes, of course. That's what we had for you here on Sports Talk Arena. My name is Timothy, reminding you that you can join us on Facebook at Sports Talk Arena, and not forgetting on YouTube at Sports Talk Arena. Jeremiah, your final remarks as you're signing out.
Very happy to be, and all those who are logged in, thank you, because it's your time that keeps us here. If you have the time to get onto us and watch us and check us out, thank you, because it's not easy. But otherwise, let's look forward. By the way, not forgetting KCCA FC, he brought in a young boy by the names of Ayela Dominic. You can go to their official page and check him out, because at the moment it's very, 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 how should I call it? It's kind of hard to put into your mind, because KCCA
is not a household name they can say in Ugandan football.
Yeah, he's not, but KCCA has signed 70 players within 5 seasons, which has never happened anywhere.
They have been crazy in the transfer market.
Yeah, they have been crazy.
Past 5 years.
Yeah, but thank you guys for getting logged in, and we look forward to getting onto you
of course, on Wednesday.
On Wednesday, whereby we shall be back here to discuss nothing but the best in the world of sport.
Okay, thank you so much for your time. Reminding that once again that Facebook at Sports Talk Arena, and then on YouTube at Sports Talk Arena. My name is Timothy. You can reach me out on Facebook as well. My name is Timothy, and I've been here with Jeremiah. For now, bye bye. We shall be back on Wednesday.